Welcome to the Potion Podcast, your raw look at the hospitality industry, brought to you by SHC. What is happening, Potion? Welcome back to another episode of the Potion Podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Shawn Soole. Having a bit of a reflection moment right now. It is my last day at Clive's, and I put almost 5 years back there again, so like 9 years total out of the 15 and a bit that it's been open for. So today's a little bit sweet, but I'm moving on to some fantastic new endeavors, which you'll hear about as I keep going forward. It's award season, so that's what I'm going to talk about. It's award season. So in Canada and most of the world, you've got things like World's Best 50 with their separate categories plus their international version. You've got Canada's Best 50, and then you've got like Tales of the Cocktail coming up just around the corner as well. So I wanted to talk about awards because while I've been very fortunate to garner that attention in the past, I've been very understanding on what it actually means. So what do I mean? The amount of bars that I see open this day and age, and I've seen it for the last like 5-6 years, that have opened and have told staff that we're going to be the 50 best X, Y, Z, A, B, C bar in the country is kind of staggering, which means that you're setting yourself up for failure. And I'm gonna reframe that a little bit for you. If you set out to be the best, you will get nominations and you will get awards. If you set out to be an award-winning bar, you're most likely going to fall short. Being the best and creating something that is so special and so unique and so very thought out should be not in response to trying to win something. It should be in the response of not expecting anything in return, apart from revenue. The amount of famous, well-known, award-winning cocktail bars I see shutter a couple of months, a year after winning massive awards is crazy. You should be doing everything for your customer, for your staff, and for the bottom line. They're the three things. They're the three things you should be worried about when creating your space. The customer, obviously, they pay your bills, they come in, they love your space, you need people through the door. Your staff, they create your culture. They're the ones that take the craziness that's in your brain and puts it into action. And then bottom line, like your bottom line is how much money you're making at the end of the day, because you need to be profitable. That's it, plain and simple. If you're going into any venture with anything outside those three things, you're setting yourself up for failure and you're setting yourself up for team disappointment. Because young bartenders, of course, young servers, and someone else will, of course, want to be in a part of a team that is something that is award-winning. Why do I say all this? Because there are so many bars that do it just for that. They play the game so well. And I'm sure people who listen to my podcast may be like, well, I do that, Shawn. Why is it wrong? Like, it's not wrong. It's just my opinion. You can take it or leave it. But don't do shit for awards. I go out when I wake up in the morning and I get my day started, nothing is for an award at the end of the day. My reward is staff retention. My reward is bottom line profit. My reward is customers who give me a hug when they come to the door. Those are the three things that I chase for after opening a venue. Now, the perfect analogy I use for this is De Niro. Now, De Niro is an amazing actor. He's done some amazing projects over the years. Godfather, Irishman, won awards for everything. I highly doubt that De Niro goes into anything in his life going, I'm going to win an Oscar for this part. Because what happens is that you overact or you do something stupid or it doesn't get marketed right and you have done this role. If you ever watch Entourage, same deal. Exact same deal. But De Niro did Dirty Grandpa. Do you think De Niro walked into Dirty Grandpa going, oh yeah, this is going to win me tons of awards? No. He did it because it was fun. And that's what we do in this industry. We fucking have fun. Dirty Grandpa was fucking Friday night with a bunch of industry sitting in the bar and having a great fucking night. That's what Dirty Grandpa was. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's really classic De Niro, but it's fucking hilarious and awesome. Irishman, on the other hand, is something that's deep and dark and thoughtful. That's when you are sitting down with your team and talking about cocktail training and service standards, and that sort of thing. That stuff may lead to an award. That would be fantastic. But chase rewards. Here's my quote for this: chase rewards, not awards. Chase rewards, not awards. Now let's get into Canada, because I've got a bone to pick with you, Canada. It's something that I've tried to do my very, very best. Canadian bars of notoriety do not support other Canadian bars of notoriety, and I'm hoping that my edit guys chop this up perfectly. Canadian bars of notoriety do not support other Canadian bars. Whether they got notoriety or not, they don't. Now, I understand. I'm going to say it as a pure thing. I understand flying someone from Mexico, from LA, from London, from New York is actually probably cheaper than flying someone from Vancouver to Toronto, Toronto to Vancouver, so on and so forth. But you guys are playing a game that if we have XYZ notoriety bar from XYZ country outside of Canada, we're going to get a nomination. That's literally how I know you think about it. I know the PR companies pitch it that way. You do you. But we don't support Canadian bars as much as we should. And I can tell you that if we supported Canadian bars way more, all of us would benefit way more. And again, I'm going to say this. If you're taking offense to anything I'm saying, look inward and think, oh shit, that's exactly what I do. Don't just be offended. Look inward and actually go, fuck, Shawn is a little bit right. I've had 12 bars from all over the world in my venue, and I've never once fucking supported a local Canadian bar. Canadians are not supporting Canadian bars enough. It's a real thing. It's something that's got to stop. I've supported tons of Canadian bars at Clive's in my residency program. I can say all this because I've walked the walk. But I want more Canadian bars to walk the walk and talk the talk. Don't say that you're awesome because you've hosted XYZ from Mexico, London, New York, all that sort of stuff. Support a fucking Canadian bar. And I know you guys know who I'm fucking talking about. So, Canadians need to support Canadians way more. That's it, period. So now, I've just given you all my cons to awards, and it's award season, so I've given you all my cons. I'm going to give you some pros. We're a small market. It doesn't matter if you're in Toronto, Vancouver, wherever. I'm moving to Vancouver. We in Canada think these are big markets. The total population of California is equal to the total population of Canada. So Canada equals the total population of California, and in the US, California is a small fucking market. So we need to understand that we're in a small market. That's why we need to support Canadian bars. Canadian bars need to support Canadian bars because we're in a small market. I don't care if you're in Toronto and you think you're the center of the universe. I don't care. Don't care if you're in Vancouver. Don't care if you're Calgary, Edmonton. Calgary and Edmonton are small markets. And even they're big compared to Victoria. But these are the things I'm going to bring to Vancouver when I move there. Getting these awards are a fantastic marketing opportunity. It's going to put bums in seats. You're going to get articles written about your bar in local magazines that will then flood to the consumers who may not have known about you and coming in. So getting awards is great. It's a byproduct of what you do, and the marketing is a byproduct of getting the awards. So I understand why awards are very important. Marketing. But again, we've got to think of those three things. The marketing helps with customers to the door, staff retention because they're busy and making money, bottom line profit. Those three things still should be the most important thing even after you get an award. And of course, getting an award gives you gratitude towards the people that have supported you, whether it be the consumer that comes in once a week, or the journalist who always supports you, or the bartenders who drop in on your place and get photo shots. Gratitude is always going to be attached to awards. You have to be grateful for what you get. Doesn't matter where you come. It is award season, and I hope that any bartender or any bar manager or any owner listening to this right now goes, you know what? Maybe I'm putting my efforts into a wrong sort of area and wrong sort of space. If people aren't coming through your place, your culture's not right, and you're not making money, who gives a flying fuck about awards? And on that note, I'll see you guys next week.
Thanks for listening, Pose Shifters. Well, I hope you enjoyed that episode. I really enjoy sitting down with friends and peers and just chatting about the industry and getting down to the nuts and bolts of what's really going on out there. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, everything on all the platforms. Just hit it up and I'll do my best to answer any queries or questions you have. I'll see you next week, guys. Bye.